Hello, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Yes, it's 2015 now. Where have you been? Where have you been? It's 2015. Oh dear, I've apparently started rhyming. That's the first sign of poetry and should be dealt with very quickly. Alright, well, we've got nothing ongoing that I remember specifically, he says. So let's do a job. Earn a bit of cash, ready for the auctione. Let's take this one. No idea, no reason to pretend I've got a plan. There's lots of reflections, look. We could be reflecting those. I should change the colour of those. I want to change the colour of those. Let's just do that. Floor stripes. Yeah, sure. What else am I going to do with all this experience? Red, sort of white, blue, orange. That's my options. Orange it is. Alright, so it's going to be reflected orange everywhere now. Nope, it's still reflected as yellow. You know, I didn't think it would definitely be like that, but I had my suspicions. Okay, back to the job in hand. Running gear. Sort of running gear, brakes, exhaust. Okay, so let's get it onto a lifter. Start removing them wheels. Do you think they're in lieu of lights, like at low light, these reflective bumpers just sort of chrome your light back at you and then blind everyone? No, they probably don't. No, you're right. Alright. Okay, I think that's the wittering done. Let's get on with some actual fixing. Let's start the fixing procedures. Taking off the chocolate. Yeah. It's the chocolate removal song. And I suppose it's like the opposite of being Augustus Gloop. I want to remove the chocolate, not dance in the tube of chocolate. Yes, indeed, tube of chocolate. You'd have nightmares about that, or, you know, daydreams, I guess, depending on your view of being in a tube full of chocolate and almost drowning. Brake system. Let's get that off. Right, that's all clean. I think this sway bar looks a bit dead, so let's take off this end link. We have to take that off from underneath. Oh, there's a chocolatey bush. It's part of the Car Mechanic Simulator drinking game, that I think. Take a drink every time he says chocolatey bush. Of course, running gears, you just put the car up in the air. There's nothing you can't remove when it's up in the air, and the stuff you can remove when it's not in the air, so. There we go. There's the wheel axle hub thingamajiggle. Alright, leaf spring holdery job wants to come off. I've got all the words. That needs to come off. Yeah, it's a bushing issue, I guess. As the game refers to them. Alright, that's chocolatey enough to come off. As is that one. As is the leaf spring plate on this side. Another chocolatey bush. Take another drink. Right, anything in this wheel? Oh, the brakes, of course. Brake drum. There we go. Right, so what else are we looking at? There's a bit more exhaust to take off. Seriously, down the front. Oh, I can take these off down here as well. And test out this sway bar. So the sway bar's at 65%, the cut-off is 59. Oh, that was okay. Sway bar was fine. Just looked a bit. It's hard to tell with the black objects, but they don't show the chocolate nearly as well. What? Stopping me remove that? Oh, I'm in assemble mode, of course. It's the old favourite trick. The steering rack. Awesome. So let's just check what else needs doing. Okay, we found all those. It's got all that. brake system. There's probably something still in the engine. And there's another exhaust part left. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it. Right, so there's a braking item left, so it could be the servo up in the engine. So let's bring the car down. Which one of these blurry buttons do you think actually does the job? So maybe it's these. Oh no, there's an up and down arrow. Look. Anyway. So, brake stuff. What's the servo quality? 60%. That was within parameters, wasn't it? Yeah. So, press all the right buttons. So, do we have an ABS module in here? Oh no, that's the starter motor. No, I've just missed something on the brakes then. That's unusual, but... it'll be these pads, won't it? I didn't take these off so they didn't look bad, but there we go. Some chocolatey pads. Okay, so let's purchase all these parts. Bottom suspension arm ×2. Bottom suspension arm ×2, yes. Double wishbone shock absorber and 2 front shock absorber caps. Left leaf spring plate and a U-bolt. Leaf spring plate and a U-bolt. 2 rear shock absorber Bs and 2 rubber bushings. Shock absorber Bs. 2 rubber bushings. Solid rear drive axle, solid axle control arm. Sway bar, front end link B, and upper suspension arm. There we go. So then similar things, inner tie rod. Inner tie rod, yes, leaf spring plate ×2. Well, I'm only going to buy one of them because I've already bought one, and U-bolts. So it's like cheap, it doesn't really matter. Outer tie rod and steering rack. Steering rack. And a sway bar front end link B, which we already bought 2 of, I thought. Ugh. Brake system, brake caliper, brake disc ventilated. 2 drums, 2 pads, 2 shoes. 2 drums, 2 pads, 2 shoes, and 2 drum wheel cylinders. Car is loud. Front exhaust pipe V8 of 2 middle muffs. Front exhaust pipe V8 of 2 middle muffs. And a rear muff V8 of. Rear muff V8 of. Okay, there we go. So let's stick it in the air again. Mostly it needs to be in the air. Mostly. Right, let's click underneath. There we go. Whoop, whoop. That's right, making the noises. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I'm gonna stop now. Good. Alright, there we go. And inner tie rod and an outer tie rod. Little rubber bushing for there. What we got here? The inner tie rod. Outer tie rod. Suspension arms. There we go. And then a shock absorber. Oop. There we go. The end link. Oh yeah, don't forget the spring and the cap. There we go, that's that mostly done. And then these brakes. And then a wheel. Awesome, that's that sorted. Alright, let's get these bits in. Lovely jobbles. Another bush. Oh yeah, that's right, stick it all in willy-nilly. Any old order, it's all good. Whee! Oops, don't click off. Not done yet. Right, pull ourselves down the cart. There we go. And then we can put on these bits. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Couple of U-bolts. U-bolts. What else do we have here? Shock absorber. Another bushing. I've already bought 2 rubber bushings. Whatever. Maybe one of them wasn't actually broken. Go. Right. So, what is left? The other U-bolt. Yeah. Well, the other leaf plate. And its U-bolts. There we go. Oh, texture fluff we're getting in the on the drive shaft. Oh, it stopped there. Oh, there you go. Look. A little bit freaky. Right, anyway, back to the thing. What do we got left? Brake system. Car is loud. Okay, we've done. So we just need to put all the 4 corners on. There's a corner missing. Here we go. Alright. Pads. Caliper. Missed the clicks. There we go. And the wheel. So apart from painting, that probably is it. Is that right? Just need to paint it now, yeah, unless we've forgotten to put anything on, of course. Can we just move it from there? Saves us bringing it down. So, paint. Yes. Alright. That's a nice little bit of car. Still a bit chocolatey looking in places, but let's see if we've put it all back together. We did! Hurrah! Hurrah and huzzah. Good, good. So there we go. One happy customer. So let's see which of these jobs looks quick. Filters, exhaust, gearbox. That feels fairly quick. Let's do a bit of that. Okay. Ooh, that's a shiny green colour. So, onto the lifter. It'd be nice actually if this just started on the lifter, to be honest. So there's a bit of body work. What else have we got to do? Filters, exhaust, gearbox. So, filters. Let's start with the air filter. That's right. They're all different, these air filters. I never remember to take the clips off first, even though they're all the same. Right, there we go. Apart from the ones that are different. Haha, right. There are actually some other different types of air filter, of course. Anyway, enough mumblage. Mumblage. That's a word. Alright, so, car is loud. Yeah, I can see why. All that chuff going on under there. Right, we need to take off the drive shaft almost certainly, yep. Actually, gearbox itself looks a bit knackered. I was under the impression you could fix those, but last time I checked it didn't seem that you could. But oh, starter motor, of course. Fuel filter also. I can't do that from here. Have to be bizarrely, even though just, you know, obviously it's slightly more complicated than the simulation of just popping it out, but there we go. So what actually... Oh yeah, there's some chocolate in here, isn't there? I see it underneath the pressure plate. Got a chocolatey clutch plate and flywheel. Okay. So, and then the filters... Oh, the oil filter's a filter. Let's get that off. Where's he gone? And the fuel filter, of course, which I forgot, is in the engine bay. So there we go. So all filters, yeah, car's loud, got all that, gearbox, got all that. So here we go, replacing filters: air filter, fuel filter, oil filter, air filter, oil filter. Was it a V8? It was yellow, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Was it? Yeah, it was. And fuel filter, which of course has gone past. quality scrolling. Catalytic converter into exhaust pipes. Catalytic converter into exhaust pipes. Front exhaust pipe V8 into middle muffs. Front exhaust pipe V8 to middle muffs and into rear muff V8. Alright, gearbox problems. Clutch plate release bearing flywheel. Clutch plate release bearing flywheel. And a gearbox V8, which will cost you big monies. $1,500. Right, so let's replace the engine parts and little clips. Little clips. There we go. So that's everything in here, isn't it? Yep. Stick it in the air. Wheels akimbo. Alright, so we've got an oil filter. Pipes. Lots of muff. Everyone loves muff. Right, and then back down the car to the gearbox area. There we go. And a few bits of this, a few bits of that. A little release bearing. And there we go. One fresh gearbox. For all your gearboxing needs. Starter motor and one shaft for driving. Who's the pole that helps you drive? Shaft. That's right. I went there. Right, so oh, your body parts. So let's bring it out of the air and look at all the body parts. See if you can see which bits need fixing. So there's some chocolate there. Is that no? Oh, was that a tiny amount of chocolate there? Maybe. It's the tiniest of little marks. There's a bit of chocolate. It's hard to see the chocolate on the light. Sometimes you have to look on the silvering. So I think that's it. Let's see what the game thinks. Front left door, front left fender, front right door. So this is the left door. There's nothing obviously wrong with that at all. Front left fender. Yeah, alright, whatever. No. What's the other things we need? Front left door, front left fender, front right door, hood, left headlight, left tail light. So both tail lights. Left headlight. Rear bumper, was that one of them? Yeah, right tail light, trunk. Oh, both the tail lights, wasn't it? Apparently. Right, now theoretically we can fix those relatively easily. Oh, I've got this other crap to fix as well. Fuck yeah, let's fix it all. It'll be worth slightly more when I sell it. Oh, there we go. So, not quite sure how I fixed all these things on my my bench with my hammer, but you know, I'm not going to argue. Just so awesome at the hammering game. Right, so let's see if it's happy with all that. It's happy with all that. Okay, so, oh, no, keep that up. Send it on its way. There we go. There's a decent chunk of cash. How we doing? Got any super fasts? No. Let's try getting rid of these fairly boring looking jobs. Little tip here, if you only get rid of one job at a time, then the replacement job comes back really quickly. But if you get rid of more than one, the first one comes back quickly and the next one takes quite a while. So obviously I don't want the phone to ring all the time. It's a bit irritating. But the quickest way of getting through these is just do them one at a time. Unless, you know, if you're sitting here waiting, obviously if you've got something else to do, just go and do that. Turn all these off and then and come back. So this is a pretty quick job. Brake problems, bodywork and repaint. So let's do that one final job. Just can't resist those quick jobs. Okay, it's not the best colour, but it's not terrible. Right, brake problems. So let's get it on our lifter. Get straight into these wheels. We all know the score here for brakes. Oh, we notice it's got a module in the engine as well, look. That's a bit chocolatey. One of the ABS modules. In one. That's right, forget how the brakes work. Not done this very much. Yes. Right. Brakes. Chocolatey pads. Oh, a bit sniffly today. Okay, so that's all that. Let's have a quick butchers in the engine at the abs module thing. That's the other side, of course. They're often both knackered, to be fair. Yeah, they are. Okay, so that should be all the brake parts. So let's purchase those. So abs module and abs pump. 2 calipers, a disc and 2 ventilators and 3 pads. 2 calipers, a disc and 2 ventilators and 2 pads. 3 pads. Right. So let's try and smush your spanner around in roughly the right area. Oh, yeah, there we go. Close that. And then reverse the procedure to stick it all back together. Yeah. I wouldn't want it to be realistically loud, but I would like the noise to be there. That windy pneumatic gun thing. There we go. So, no, press the right buttons in the right order. Computer Games Basics. Computer Games 101. Pressing the right buttons in the right order. Yeah. Right, okay, so that's one final corner to do. And then this job has been finitoed. Apart from the bits I haven't done yet, like replace the bodywork and paint it or whatever it was that I needed to do. But the brakes are finished. So, next. Right front door, left headlight. So, both the headlights, left tail light and trunk. So, left tail light and trunk. And right door, headlights. Right front door and headlights. Let's do the same thing again as we did before. Fix all this crap. Oh, very few bad noises there, which is good. Oh, so it's got weird black eyes, isn't it, without the headlights in. Little black spots. It's quite menacing. Right. Trunk. Oh, hang on, that didn't work. In fact, it's come out looking worse. So this is an M8, is it? An M6. M6 left tail light. M6 left tail light. There we go. There are the buttons I need to press. Okay, so that's that. So now we just have to paint the little tricky majig with its yucky olive colour. Yep, pat to garage please, thank you. You click it a lot. Yep, Let's click it all the times. So there we go, fairly horrible olive coloured car, reflecting my yellow and black stripes. Just saying. Very good, so let's send it on its way. And do the same with you. That's right, you have to go your own way now, as the song goes. I would sing it to you. In fact, maybe that's the best way of making you leave. You can go your... Oh, alright.